Louisiana Beer Reviews, Old Golden Hen, here at 7:50 a.m., 10 minutes to 8. This is a Moylan brand beer from England. Moylan is part of Greene King. Says refreshing English beer. If you look at their website, they got the little puppet, the fox, talking about their beers, and they say that they wanted to make one that was lighter and more easy drinking than their regular Old Speckled Hen. David Dowling, Urban Viking, he said he thought they were trying to pull in the lager drinkers, which is probably true. 4.1% alcohol, that's lower than many American light beers like Bud Light, for instance. They use Galaxy hops, which they say are sort of rare, and they come from Tasmania, a state in Australia, or a state of Australia. It gets an okay score on Beer Advocate, but with only 88 ratings. 49 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 81 out of 100 for the style, only 51 ratings, so neither site has even 100 scores. I don't know when this beer came out. They don't say on their website. Happy to report it is a 12-ounce bottle instead of 11.2-ounce English bottle, or European bottle. Now it's a clear bottle, and Calandras in Baton Rouge has it up on the top shelf in the light with these fluorescent lights, so if it's skunked, there would be no shock. Well, that is hazy. I mean, I can see a haze all through this, so I don't know. You think stores take care of the product and don't let the clear bottles get exposed to light? Believe me, I have a lot of experience the last few years with, last couple of years with stores, warehouses, and storing beer, and they just let them set out in the light. They don't know about skunkiness apparently, and if they do, they're not worried about it. And as far as heat, these beers are coming in trucks in the heat. Coors back in the old days used to have a refrigerated truck where they used to brag about that on their or at least talk about that on their commercials. That is not the case anymore. It's all in the heat. And I don't care, craft beers, mass-produced beers, they're all out in the heat. Hot, cold, just to let you know that. I guess you could say it's skunky from a distance, but I don't know. It's more like just a pungent hop note more than a skunk. And if it was skunky, that dissipated very rapidly, so it's really not an issue once you let it set with this one for about a minute. All I'm picking up now is a sweetness, a sweet barley malt note, and some hop resin, really. I think a lot of times the key is to pour it aggressively and let it, if there is an issue, it's going to let it dissipate, and then it goes away. I mean, unless it's really damaged, it may not go away, but usually I think it does. So it's a nice, pleasant, easygoing aroma, just like your stereotypical English ale, but in a lighter way. You know the big thing these days is the session IPAs. Okay, well, this is a session PA. Really light, sweet. Get a lot of tap water in the taste, I hate to say it. The hops are there, they're low. I'm thinking the IBUs must be no more than 15. They're showing up a little bit there in the aftertaste. Maybe maybe the IBUs is 17. I don't know, but it can't. I think that's got to be the outer limits of what it could be. It's almost like a crystallized sugar taste, like tea with sugar in it. I don't know. It's strange, but the mouthfeel is light and watery. I mean, the overriding flavor here is just light, light, light. Yeah, it's an ale, but think of something along the lines of Coors Light, Miller Lite, even more so because of the triple hopping, and you get that you get that character there with this. Some little roastiness. The finish is on the dry side. Yeah, it's refreshing. Really refreshing. But the bitterness is more prominent in the undertaste. But that's not saying a whole lot. I mean, if you drink a Miller Lite, there's going to be some bitterness coming in the undertaste. But you're not going to say, oh, well, this is a hoppy beer. No. You might say it's a bitter beer, and some people say it's a nasty beer. I wouldn't say that I used to say that about Miller Lite in 1996. But I think it was my immaturity as far as a beer drinker than the problem with the Miller Lite. I actually had to grow toward it. I'm not a fan of light beers. I'm saying that now. I don't ever buy light beers. But I'm not repelled by them like I used to be. See, in 1996, I'd have been repelled by this, or Miller Lite, or Coors Light, Bud Light, saying they're just mineral water and all that. And they have that character. Oh man, that breeze feels really nice. They have that character, but I can't say that they're bad. I can't say this is bad, but for what I paid, and I only paid that much to try it. I mean, it was like $4.99 or something like that, maybe more. I'm embarrassed to say how much it was. It was too high. I mean, I said, well, we're a ripoff. I said, but on the other hand, I've never seen it in the store. I don't believe, and if I don't buy it, I'll never get to try it. So, if I was in England and I was drinking light beer, if this was the same price as other ones, light lagers, yeah, I'd buy this. Because it does have more of a hop. That Galaxy hop that they're talking about, they're touting, is coming in. But I wouldn't pay much more. I mean, it's good. I'll say B-. It's sort of good. But on the other hand, it's mostly sort of blah. But some people don't like, really bold flavors. So if you don't like really bold flavors and you're more into the light beers, this might be a light beer that would really fascinate you. You'd be really excited about. So for beer overall, it's arguably good. It's tolerably good. That's what I want to say. For a light beer, it's probably very good. So I'll say laissez-les bon temps rouler. Buy it once at least and try it. And y'all come on down to today, breezy and not too bad. Of course, it's 7:55 in the morning, 7:58 in the morning, southeastern Louisiana.